So the title of my book is Soul of an Octopus by Cy Montgomery, and it contains 244 pages. And the reason I chose this book was because I like animals, and octopuses always seem very interesting to me because they're very unhuman-like just compared to other animals like on the world.
My book is Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, parts 1 and 2, and it's 310 pages by J.K. Rowling, and I chose this book because I like the Harry Potter series.
My book is Haunted. It's a House of Night novel. It's by P.C. Cast and Kristen Cast, and it has 323 pages. And I chose this book because it's a 5th book in a 12-book series.
So the main character in my book is the author, Cy Montgomery. So she kind of writes about herself and her experiences in the aquarium where she meets octopuses. So the main gist of this book is that she visits the aquarium to get more knowledge of the octopuses because she's so interested in these creatures. Because that's what she writes about. She's like a naturalist and she writes about animals. This book takes place like in modern time, like right now. Because this book is kind of new. It was released in 2000, probably 15 or 16. And the aquarium, the main aquarium in the book that she visits is in Boston, and it's called the New England Aquarium. So that's where she meets all these new octopuses and all the people there. And for like the main gist of the book, or here's a quote, it's like the author's purpose of this whole book, I believe. She says, "I wanted to meet an octopus. I wanted to touch an alternate reality. I wanted to explore a different kind of consciousness. If such a thing exists, what is it like to be an octopus? Is it anything like to be human? Is it even possible to know?" So what she's saying is that these creatures are so different than us. They're like alien-like. For us, we have head, body, and legs. But for an octopus, it's like body, head, and then it's like arms. It's like really weird. They're like really alien. And so how she wrote this book is basically she just writes about her everyday like life, and she takes notes on octopuses and stuff like that.
So
yeah.
Zoe is a main character in the book, and her friends are also main characters. They're vampires, and the book takes place right after the last one, and there's 4 previous books, so I won't go into what happened there. And but this takes place in Oklahoma, in Tulsa, and it takes place there because there's a boarding school for vampires, because there's before you become a vampire, you have to, you're a human and then you turn into a fledgling, but then from there you have to have there's 4 years before you turn into an actual vampire that you, and then in those 4 years you learn about how to kind of deal with it, and learn about yourself as well, and learn what you are capable of and what you're not capable of. And basically just it's I'm getting there. So in the book there's a fallen angel that appeared in the last book to and his name is Kelowna, and he's trying to basically rule the world type of way. And her friends, Zoe and her friends are trying to make sure that doesn't happen. But he can't be killed. Either he dies or he flees, but he can't die, so they have to make sure he flees. And So I think that the author was trying to convey in her theme that people need, or that they need to stick together in order to overcome hardship. And the quote that I have on page 146 was that was like the main, like the most important part in the book was what once bound him will make him leave the place of fire, joining a five-night spirit, blood, humanity, earth. Join not to conquer, instead to overcome. Night leads the spirit, blood binds humanity, and earth completes. It was a poem in the book where one of the characters in the book wrote it down because she has like a affinity for like kind of like seeing into the future but in a poem type of way. So she wrote that down, and then in that they were able to find out a way to basically make Kelowna flee from where he is now.
So the overall theme that the author was trying to convey in this book was to like be open-minded and have like, she has like a very exploracious mind where she's like very curious about most things. She questions a lot of things, and that's really good, I think, about a person. And for my quote, I chose page 1. Here's an animal with venom like a snake, a beak like a parrot, and ink like an old-fashioned pen. It can weigh as much as a man, and stretch as long as a car. Yet it can pour its baggy, boneless body through an opening the size of an orange. But most fascinating of all, I have read that octopuses are smart. So the author is talking about the octopus, of course, but despite its weird priorities and its weird traits, she really like values the mind. Like inside, she values on what's inside. That's what I'm trying to say. So the main character in my book is, of course, the author, and she has a very like interesting mind. She's very curious about the world, and she's a naturalist, so she loves exploring. Like, she loves like talking about animals and stuff. That's what all her books are about, and she just loves animals, I guess.
My main character, she's really into horses. There's a horse in the book named Persephone, I think that's how you pronounce it. And she's like, she constantly takes care of it. She also has a cat named Nala, and the cat likes to follow her around. And well, she's also like very curious with certain things. Like she's also really headstrong. So I think only the only comparison with her is that they're curious and that they like animals.
Yes. So there are many different ways that books like describe vampires, and I know like in Twilight they sometimes like they sparkle in the sun or something like that. And I know in some books they can't eat garlic or something like that. So is that evident in the book?
It's completely different. They don't sparkle in the sunlight, but they are sensitive to the sunlight. They won't burn up. They're just sensitive. They also, it's the same thing as, well, the one similarity that they have is that they don't really age the same way. Well, they stay like at a certain age, but they aren't like eternal, like they don't last forever. They just slowly age. They could last up to like hundreds and hundreds of years, and the only way to like get them to die early on and like maybe like at 100 years old is to kill them. And at 100 they still look like they're 20. So they stay like that forever. Well, not forever. they say like they say at that age, maybe like they age like differently from humans by like a human could age a year and then they age like I don't know, like seconds. It takes them a while to get up to like how a human would look like when they were like 90. They also, when they become a vampire, the moment they become one, they develop like tattoo type of things. The main character, she has multiple, even though she isn't a vampire yet, and it's because of the goddess. She blessed Zoe with the tattoos. More tattoos kind of seem is more so like the goddess putting like her trust into you type of way. She approves of you more. And no, they can eat garlic too.
Oh, they can eat garlic. So you said there's multiple books in this series, and this is the fifth one?
Yes.
So, is this your favorite book in the series? If not, or if it is, do you know why?
It actually isn't. My favorite book was actually Chosen, and because this one, I feel like it wasn't. I feel like it was more slow paced than the other books, and in this one, in the beginning of the novel, in the beginning of the series, I was actually liking the main character, but now I'm actually finding it hard to like her because of how she is as a person. And like she thinks that she's cheated on multiple partners and she feels like it's fine, like, and then she gets upset at her boyfriend for acting differently towards her now that he figured out that she like had the nasty with someone else.
Oh, okay.
She feels like he shouldn't be acting that way towards her when she completely broke their trust and their bond. And I just don't like the fact that she continually is going towards other men when she could be like, okay, I'm not gonna pursue you anymore. She could just choose one person. She could talk to them. She doesn't necessarily have to date them, but she like if she's gonna date someone, don't go all around, you know. And that's what's starting to irritate me about her. And she also, another thing I feel is that she's starting to get a sort of know-it-all type of personality in her, and it's starting to get hard for me to enjoy.
It's like irritating now.
Yeah. So what got her into animals?
Oh well, the author as a child has always been interested in animals. It's stated in the book. I don't know exactly where, but it said that she would always like keep fish like in her garage and stuff like that, and she would always like have a bunch of animals in her house, and her parents got irritated, and when she wanted to keep like an octopus in her house, her husband prevented her from doing so. So yeah. We actually gotta make some cuts, bro.
What's the most interesting thing you found out about octopuses?
The most interesting thing I found about octopuses was like, I knew like they could camouflage, but it's like really fast. Like if you see like it's like a chameleon that changes color. It's like that, but like 10 times faster. And they don't just change color; they can change into like, they can like look like a rock or like a cactus or like anything like in the ocean. That's what I found interesting.
You're fucking hell. So hey, I was talking